Council meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moment of silence, please. Thank you.
Alderman Guadawa.
Here.
Alderwoman Calderon.
Here.
Alderman Brickner.
Here.
Alderman Fire.
Here.
Alderman Damon.
Here.
Alderwoman Fliss.
Here.
Mayor Tutai.
Here.
And City Engineer Melinda Dieskey is attending the meeting by telephone. And the meeting has been properly posted and noticed.
Public hearing, none. Presentation, none. Citizens' comments. Please state your name and address, please.
4037 South Barland Avenue, St. Francis. A little thing I want to read to you about the area that's next to the house called Betts Avenue, which is supposed to be a cul-de-sac but never became one. After living in the city for 17 years at 4037 South Barland Avenue and using the gravel portion of Betts Avenue as an easement/driveway, we would like to say wear and tear on our snow blower by paving said gravel portion of Betts Avenue. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I couldn't. Okay. We ask this for the following reasons. Even with the blade of the snow blower raised off the ground, it still throws the gravel into the grass. In turn, in the spring, the gravel has to be raked out of the grass so as not to ruin the blade of our lawnmower. Because we have the blade of the snow blower raised, there's always a thin layer of snow on the gravel. With that and the unevenness of the gravel during the winter, when we have a freeze, a thaw, and a freeze, we end up with a number of sections of ice. In past years, it's been so bad that almost the entire gravel section will be one long sheet of ice. The city DPW has been gracious enough to come out and salt that entire section when this happens. During the summer, storms cause some of this gravel to wash down into the sewer system. So therefore, every couple of years, we ask the city DPW to come out and put down a layer of gravel so that we're not playing in the mud. We understand that efforts to take Betts Avenue off the city map has failed because of two landlocked properties to the west that would be part of the once proposed cul-de-sac, and because of the cost of putting in utilities in said cul-de-sac, it was not going to happen. But if the city in the future would reverse this decision and have to pull up our paved section, we would not seek compensation for the paved area. We invite any members from the council who is not familiar with Betts Avenue to come and see the area firsthand. And I have given the mayor pictures of Betts Avenue so you can see what I'm talking about. Yours, Gene and Cindy Kroll, 4037 South Barland Avenue.
Thank you. Mark, anything we can add to that?
No. Melinda, did you hear that?
I did. I know we've been working with Mr. Kroll for a long time, and we can take this to the Board of Public Works and look at how we get this situation better.
I'll make a motion to refer to the Board of
Not
Public
on
Works.
the agenda.
This
we
is just
can't.
for citizens' comments.
Oh, okay, all right.
Thank you, Gene.
Thank you, Gene. We'll be in touch soon. Consent agenda. Is there any older person that would like anything removed?
I make a motion to keep the consent agenda, all four sections.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Reports of committees. None. Recommendation of action from committees, commissions, and boards. Action to be taken from the licensing committee meeting held May 4th, 2021.
Mayor, this evening we had looking for denial for a beverage operator's license, issues with the application. Other than that, there was nothing at licensing, that's all.
Thank you. Action to be taken from the Planning Commission meeting held April 21st, 2021. Steve Ormark,
Mayor, make a motion to receive the recommendation of the Planning Commission for the initial PUD of Hidden Ponds and directs the staff to schedule a public hearing.
I will second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
All,
Paul, do we need a date?
No.
No.
all opposed? Ayes have it.
That was it, sir?
Thank you. Resolutions and ordinances. Resolution regarding non-representative employee wages and salaries. Resolution number wages 2021.
Mayor, I make a motion to approve the resolution for non-represented employers' wages and salaries for 2021 as it was a budgeted item.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it.
And that is all, sir.
Thank you. Discussion items with possible action. None. Appointments to committees, commissions, and boards. None. Correspondence with possible action or referral to committees, commissions, and boards.
Correspondence dated April 23rd, 2021, from the city engineer regarding water main trench repair contract. The city has received the bids for this subject project. The results are as follows: Payne and Dolan, $113,570. DC Burbach, $100,930.50. The low bidder has done work for the city successfully previously. I therefore recommend awarding the contract to DC Burbach.
I'll make a motion to accept the bid from that company.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I just have a quick question.
Absolutely.
Melinda, is this kind of in line with what you'd expect to see in terms of cost for a project like this? Or,
Yes, this year's project, normally we do this every couple years, but we've done it expanded this year. There were more water main breaks, it seemed like, over the last year, so we included a few more than we normally do, so I'm not surprised at the cost of this project. In conjunction with most of the construction prices have gone up over the last year, so I think it's a very fair price.
great, thank you.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Unfinished business? None. Other business? None. Department heads? Melinda?
Hello, everybody.
Haven't heard from you for a while.
No, I like retirement life way too much.
I would have to agree.
I think everything seems to be running smoothly. I will be returning on Wednesday, May 12th. Everything seems to be going very well with my recovery, and I know everybody there is holding up the department real well, and Mark's doing a great job of running the department. With that, I pass.
Thank you. Chief Poplar?
Evening. Just a couple of things. Our fire candidates, which we hired in mid-spring, finishing up their joint fire training academy process. So we'll have them back at the firehouse, assigned to regular duty shifts. So we're excited. They're doing great. They're going through a lot. It's like boot camp out there, but they'll be the best prepared firefighters. It really is. I'll bring the video to you guys. I'll get a copy, and you'll be amazed. The only other thing I want to touch on is, last week, beginning on Tuesday and through Saturday, we hosted the Honor Guard Clinic in School, Milwaukee Honor Guard Clinic, which is one of the handful of nationally renowned Honor Guard clinics in America. Besides the Christmas parades and such that we've had there, I truly think it was the biggest undertaking that the city has had at the Civic Center, and it went off without a hitch. And it couldn't have been without support from everybody, from the mayor, from Mark, from the council, from Ann, from Melinda, from Fred, from the police department. Pretty much each and every person helped make it happen at the fire department. It was a huge success, and it was just great. I just want to thank everybody for the support. It really put us on the map. And if you see any of the social media stuff from it, or you'll be blown away by the pictures and what actually went on here. Approximately an overall attendance of about 120 to 130 participants, both instructors and students. Approximately 20 different states and 48 different honor guard entities. We're in our council chambers. We're in the Mother Mary of Church Chapel, the community center, and our apparatus bay in this very civic center, this council chambers, for nearly a course of a week. Full 8-hour days and continuing into the nights with some camaraderie and whatnot. But like I said, I kudos. I thank everybody for their support. And like I said, I can't say it enough. Thank you, and it really put us on the map. And with that, I pass.
Thank you, and thanks, Chief, for letting me do a speech during that. Thank you. Chief Hunter?
Thank you, Mayor. Talking about honor guards, our honor guard is planning a trip to DC. That'll be October 13th through the 17th. They're going to start a fundraising effort, which will come out on social media, and they plan on selling T-shirts and whatnot to pay for their expenses. So there's no money that comes out of pocket from the city. That's Sergeant Rodney Luck, Sergeant Michael Scott, Detective Zachary Gilden, and Officer Kyle Garish. They will be there to represent the city of St. Francis, and they'll do a great job. The Village of Caledonia is going to be visiting City Hall on Thursday at 9 a.m. to visit the police department and the fire department. They're looking to build, so they looked at the Civic Center as a model to what they want. And I welcomed them with obviously open arms, spoke to Chief Poplar, and he did so as well. So they'll be having council members, I don't know what the village board, coming on Thursday at 0900 in the morning. We also have the Midnight Piper on May 14th she'll be here at 11:45 p.m. That's Friday night. She'll play the songs like she did last year, Amazing Grace, in front of the rotunda here. And that'll start at midnight for respect for the fallen officers during Law Enforcement Memorial Week. Tomorrow is Milwaukee's Law Enforcement Memorial. I'll be present there to represent the city, and that'll be held down at MacArthur Square at the Reflection Pond. Our old Squad 8, I know I sent it to everybody, but it did sell for $12,000, which was great. That was the most we've ever had for a actual sedan squad sell. That was sold on Wisconsin Surplus. We have a lieutenant and sergeant in the FBI lead-up program this week. It's just a advanced leadership course. And then just a reminder, I will be gone for the next meeting in Quantico. Captain Blunt will be in my spot for that next meeting. And then lastly, September of 2020, I informed you all during that time, I think it was in October, that our Aurora pharmacy was burglarized and over $40,000 worth of narcotics were stolen. We had nothing to go on, and I mean nothing except for 2 pictures they had their face coverings on. Technology is on our side, and I can't get into that in an open concept like this, but we were able to obtain search warrants. We have obtained a person that we know was present at the time. We'll be picking that individual up within the next, by Friday. We have a arrest warrant for that person's arrest, and at which point we should be able to get that person to flip on their co-conspirator. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank Paul Alexi. I missed this last time for our annual report. A lot of the pictures in that annual report were thanks to Paul and his extreme talent when it comes to photography. So I want to thank you. I forgot that during the last meeting. And with that, I pass.
Thank you, Chief. Absolutely.
Important thing. Real quick, and I don't know how I forgot this. I had the opportunity to meet Vice President Camilla Harris today. Got a photo op, picture taken with her. Was part of 6 public safety officials from Milwaukee County that got to meet with her at UWM. That was one thing, and it was great. It was a brief meeting, but it was obviously a lifetime experience. Part of what led to that is, just for everyone's information, the city of St. Francis provided the emergency medical support for the vice presidential visit today, from the time that they left the 128th to the time that she got back there. So they were involved with the motorcade and whatnot. So the Secret Service had contacted us, got a hold of me yesterday through Chief Hunter, and they were part of it. So it was nice that we were part of the motorcade. So just another thing, our ambulance and 2 of our crew members were involved and set aside for the vice president today. So now I can pass. Thank you.
That was worth it. That was cool. Ann?
You know, the city clerk's office isn't nearly as much fun as police and fire. But it was very interesting last week, and I was very glad to help out our staff, to help out Chief Poplar with their honor clinic. And I will be out of the office next week. I have the honor of presenting at an international conference next week. So I will be gone. Rebecca will be here in charge and running things. If you have any questions, we are working on our summer newsletter. So if you have anything that you would like included, please let her or Mark know so we can get that done. But we'd like to get it out, so it's out prior to or around Memorial Day, I think is the date that we're shooting for. And with that, I pass.
Where are you going, Ann? Where is it?
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Woo-hoo!
Are you singing again?
No, I'm just presenting 3 times.
Oh,
Paul, do you have anything,
Thank you, sir. Just real briefly, the mayor, Council President Brickner, City Administrator Johnsrud, and I had the opportunity to meet with Bob Monnet from the Mandela Group this afternoon, just before the start of meetings for the city tonight. It was too late to get it on the agenda tonight, and so we will be briefing the council at the next meeting. But I did want to pass on that that there were a number of compliments for the city from Mr. Monnet with respect to the respect that developers now have for the city in working on projects in the city. And so I wanted to pass that along, and with that, I pass.
Thank you. Mark?
Thanks, Mayor, and I'll just segue in with what Paul just mentioned. The compliment really was that the city has its act together, and I really have to, staff makes recommendations to the Common Council, but without a Common Council that respects those recommendations and supports the community and has the vision to believe in this community, we wouldn't get compliments like that. So I think it's kudos to the council that is willing to support the whole team in making sure that we're in a different place than we have been in the past with regard to development. Developers are now respecting us, and that's something that shouldn't be taken for granted, because it's earned, and we've earned it, and it's nice to see that they are now looking at us differently than they have in the past. So that's kudos to the Common Council for supporting staff recommendations and moving forward with the development that we've had, and keeping the vision that that you believe in the community, which is very important. When you have divided councils, or where you have councils that fight with one another, typically you don't see that development occurring in those communities. So it's nice to see a council that supports that vision and makes this all possible. So thank you.
Thanks. Debbie?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Sarah?
I'll pass, Mayor.
Sean?
want to recognize our citizens. Gene, thanks for coming tonight. Rick, same. Thanks for being here. Just to segue off what Mark said, this is a very cohesive council, but we don't rubber stamp. We don't always see eye to eye. We don't always agree. But I think at the end of the day, we come to a consensus on what we collectively believe to be in the best interest of the city as a whole, and I'm proud to be part of that. With that, I'll pass.
Thank you. Don?
Being in that meeting, I think was positive. We had a good discussion with Bob Bonnet regarding the Triangle property. As he said and I said, one of the main conversations, and he said he also receives is, yeah, it's nice that this is going on in the lake and this and that, but what's going on with the Triangle? And that's always the question, what's going on with the Triangle? So we've made some progress as to what's going to happen in the Triangle. He'll have more information for us in coming weeks. And then looking forward to full disclosure as to what was going on in that meeting, what he thinks his plan is, what our vision is, what his vision is, and we'll go from there. But we do have a good council that works together, and we're finally being recognized for it. And with that, I pass.
Thank you. Matt?
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, just want to, both chiefs sound like you guys have a lot going on. And I think it's great. It's a really positive note for the city, especially when other cities come here and look to, see what we're doing at our city hall and within your departments. That says a lot for the community as well, and I think that's awesome. And I'm really excited to hear about this proposal, and we'll just have to wait for some other time, and with that, I'll pass.
And I'll pass this evening, sir.
Thank you. I'd just like to piggyback a little bit what Paul, Mark, Don, and Sean just said. From day one, job one was for me to create a team. No one person or no one common council or city workers gets all the credit. It's a great team with city staff, council, police, fire, department, and every single hard worker of this city, and I'm very proud of this team. And with that, I pass.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. We are adjourned.